In Arithian, dragons don't just die. They petrify into moons, and when those moons fall, everything beneath them gets rewritten. Long ago, 5 creators shaped the world. Celis, god of ether, was trapped inside an ether stone, and the Navan bloodline was forced to guard it through a diadem. The women who wear that burden can hear a god singing in their skulls, and it breaks them. Welcome to this visual recap of When the Moon Hatched. Buckle up, and beware, this video contains spoilers. The story opens in Gore with Raeve, an assassin hunting a slave trader named Tarek. She disguises herself as a Gnoll bard named Kamori and performs inside Tarek's lair, the Hungry Hollow, to lure him out. During the performance, a hooded stranger watches her too closely. Raeve leaves, lets Tarek follow, and suffocates him with her air affinity, clean and quiet. The hooded stranger confronts her again, trying to learn who she is, and Raeve fights him instead of running. Raeve works for a rebel group in the Fade called Fjord Dua, but she isn't there by choice. Sarim, a higher-up, controls her with a runed vial of Rave's blood and can inflict agony from a distance. Sarim reveals the Crown has sent a bounty hunter, Rekk Zharos, to apprehend Raeve, pushed by Vaegor power in a world divided into the Burn, the Shade, and the Fade. Between chapters, diary entries appear from many phases ago, written by a girl named Elluin, obsessed with dragons and trapped under the shadow of that same diadem. At first it's background, then it starts mirroring Raeve too precisely to ignore. Rave's one real anchor is Essi, her only friend and the maker of the contraptions Raeve uses to survive missions. Raeve goes out for ingredients, and on the way back, she witnesses a molten maw dragon devouring a prisoner at the Colosseum. Then, Raeve returns home and finds Essi stabbed and dying. Essi bleeds out in Rave's arms, and Raeve snaps into vengeance. And under pressure, the second presence inside her surfaces, the Other. The Other boosts Rave's lethal magic, changes her eyes, tears through soldiers, and bites Zharos' finger off. But being outnumbered, it burns out, and Raeve is captured. Zharos interrogates Raeve for rebel secrets, and she gives him nothing. He tells her he killed Essi to lure her in, then flays her back with an iron-tipped whip and throws her into a cell. The prison triggers memories of an earlier captivity, like Raeve has been caged before in a way her body remembers even when her mind won't. Then the hooded stranger returns. He buys a prisoner's freedom with a saber scythe tusk, rips Rave's cell door off, inspects her scars, and a disguised guard calls him Sire, revealing he is a king. Raeve is hauled to trial and accused of concealing elemental abilities. In the Colosseum, chaos erupts. The Queen sings a cyclonic song to drive off molten maws, but the real disruption is a massive saber-scythe dragon, Rygun, crashing down and shattering the arena. Rygun scoops Raeve into its mouth and flies off. Raeve survives the nightmare flight and is spat onto sand in the volcanic plains, where the rider reveals himself as Kaan Vaegor, King of the Burn. Kaan tends her injuries, breaks her ankle chains, and takes her to his mother's home. He admits he killed his own father because he harmed Elluin, the woman Kaan loved. Raeve tries to stab him in his sleep, nearly falls into sex with him, but Kaan refuses to be used as a rebound, and Raeve escapes into the night. A flood takes Raeve, and she washes up only to be found by the Fate Herder, a mythical beast that physically drives her where it wants her. It leads her to the Jokhull clan, who believe Raeve is the Kolu, a prophesied woman whose offspring will tether the moons and stop them from falling. Their faith is not gentle. It turns into a claim on her body, and their warrior Hawk tries to take mating rights by tradition and force. Kaan arrives, fights Hawk, kills him, and by the clan's rules, Raeve becomes Kaan's. He brings her to the burned Stronghold, and the court's reaction is immediate and unnatural, especially from Kaan's sister Vea, because Raeve looks identical to Elluin Navan, a woman believed dead. Kaan takes Raeve down a frozen stairwell into a hidden cavern and shows her Slatra, a fossilized moon-plume dragon he reconstructed from shards. He points out a hollow in the fossil's embrace and claims it once cradled Raeve when she fell from the sky. Kaan insists Raeve is Elluin, and Raeve denies it until the world betrays her. She cannot tune out the elemental songs, and Kaan hums a melody she recognizes to blunt the noise. Kaan summons fire to test her, and Raeve lies, pretending she cannot hear it. Kaan lets her leave anyway, hands her a sack of bloodstone, kisses her temple, and tells Elluin Raeve to chase death if it brings peace. Raeve spirals into smaller missions to feel in control. She confronts a velvet Trogg wearing her stolen bangle, a creature that eats objects and pulls glowing memory threads from holes in its palms. Raeve trades a dragon-scale necklace she once stole from King Kaan Vaegor to get the bangle back, and the Trogg reveals Raeve has made bargains with multiple people, including herself, as if her past life has been moving pieces without her consent. Kaan invites her to the Great Flurtt, a rare astral event that triggers dragons to mate. They strike a deal through a game. If Kaan wins, Raeve answers 3 questions. If Raeve wins, they stay together at the old house. And afterward, her memory gets wiped so she can escape the pain of knowing. Raeve wins. They give in to the gravity between them. And then, Raeve still tries to run because intimacy does not erase what she can't remember. Elluin's diary entries raise the stakes from romance to political catastrophe. King Ostern corners Elluin, reveals he knows about her affair with Kaan, and threatens to execute Vea and hunt Kaan down unless Elluin binds herself to Tyroth Vaegor, Kaan's brother. Then Ostern reveals the leverage that forces compliance. Elluin is pregnant. To save Kaan and her unborn child, Elluin agrees to a tragic marriage built on a lie. In the present, Rave's buried memories sharpen around the Scavenger King, Arkyn, the pits and fire used to harden her for cruelty, including the moment Arkyn threatens her cellmate Fallon, until Raeve finally breaks and swears to tear him inside out. Zharos resurfaces, and the political thread tightens around Princess Kyzari, Kaan's niece, and a Navan daughter bearing the Etherstone diadem. Kyzari can hear Silas, and she believes she loves him, pushing toward releasing a god that will destroy her. Kaan confiscates Zharos' dragon, Lirri, because Zharos abuses it, and Raeve connects with the dragon instantly, reminded of Elluin's moonplume and what was lost. Then the violence hits its climax. The other ambushes Zharos, stabs him, binds him, reveals it can wield fire, and tortures him with a hot poker, burning his face in a controlled echo of Dragon Sun agony. Afterwards, Raeve infiltrates the Arithian palace disguised as a pregnant servant named Ayda. She crosses paths with Tyroth Vaegor, who mistreats her under the belief she is his mistress carrying his bastard. And after he leaves, Raeve finds Elluin's diary hidden inside the bedframe. the final entry detonates the central secret. Kyzari is not Tyroth's child. Kyzari is Kaan's daughter, and Elluin lied to protect him, reshaping the royal bloodline from the inside. The final beat cuts elsewhere. Arkyn, the Scavenger King, is revealed as a bastard Vaegor child and Kyzari's captor. He forces Kyzari to sign a parchment for her release, notices a tiny message hidden in her signature, and sends a lark to Kaan. Alone in her cell, Kyzari receives a damaged lark bearing a message of 3 small letters, and the book ends with everything aligned for war. Rave's stolen identity, Kaan's grief, Kyzari's captivity, and a world that keeps dropping moons.